Hey guys, Crux, as a lot of you guys may know, I did have a two-part series for my NoBS auto exec, and this is kind of seen as a continuation of that. I go over more advanced things in those videos, so make sure to check them out. There should be a card going on right now to click the start of that series. But this is a new map by Crashz that you guys should definitely check out, especially if you're new to Counter-Strike or can't get past the confusing steps that need to be taken to make an auto exec. So you're first going to want to go to play, offline with bots, and then go to the workshop. I'm sure most of you guys know how to find workshop maps, but if not, you just click view workshop. And if you're watching this right now, it's probably going to be the top of the week. But if you can't find it, just go to the search bar and search config. It should always be one of the first results. For me, it was the second result here. So as you can see, it's called Config Generator, and it's made by Crashz, who has made some amazing maps for CSGO, as well as MisterIO. So if you want to get this, just go down to the green button and click subscribe. Mine says unsubscribe because I already have it downloaded. And make sure to drop them a follow as well, as they worked really hard on this map. I can already tell just by dropping in. There's so much shit on here, guys. It's going to help you guys immensely. So once you get that, go and click offline with bots. Like I said, you can only play this offline. Click the map name, go, and turn off bots. There are going to be bots that spawn in. Don't worry about that. So as you're loading in, it's going to show you here that it says, please back up your config. And if you guys don't know how to find your config folder, that can be found in my other video as well. I'm not going to go over it here because it will take up a chunk of time, and this is already a pretty long video. But you want to make sure to definitely have a backup of your config, as that's just good practice to have, whether or not you use this map, just in general, in case you have something fuck up and you can't get it repaired back. No one wants to go back and do their whole config through again. That's just total bullshit. That would suck ass. So as you're loading in, you're going to see this room that you're basically in, and this is how all of Crash's maps work. They're very straightforward. So here's the configs. You can go to community, which only has 3 so far. I would love to have mine in here. Crashz, if you're watching, hit me up. Banana Gaming's in there, an absolute legend YouTuber, as well as Summit, streamer, and Shroud, who's also a streamer, obviously. And you can just shoot those or click them with your knife and get their config one click, which is pretty insane. And this is the crazy part to me. They have every single pro team, well, most of the big pro teams that are playing in the majors, and all of their players' configs in here. So what you can do is go to the right here and change if you want to have their HUD as well as the resolution, which can be manually changed but can't go back reverted, as well as your mouse settings, which is the sensitivity, acceleration, and raw input. So if you want to match your pro player exactly, you can do that. I would recommend just having the HUD and view model settings that they have. So you can go to literally any of these teams and find the players. So for example, if I want to op as good as my favorite opper, Skadaddy, I would just go to here, click his name, and it would install his config into my CSGO settings right away. Now you can hit back. These menus are all navigated via shooting, so you do have to shoot them. You can click show my config to get your information if you're curious of what you have set up so far, in case you don't have one already. And these buttons are huge. You have the option to restore from the start of the current session when you dropped into the map, or restore from the start of the first time you ever use this map. So if you really fuck things up and have left since then, you can still revert back to that, which is amazing. To the left, we have the recommended settings, which are crosshair, view model, gameplay, radar, audio, video, and FPS boost, which are going to be some commands. The bottom one helping you boost your FPS, which is huge for you guys who, are struggling with FPS. Make sure to check those out. Even further left of that is the binds menu, which you have some really cool binds here that a lot of you guys ask me how to do. So all you do is click to bind it, and then there's a huge keyboard. You click whichever key you want, and then click confirm. And this is a super easy way to set up binds. I know for some reason a lot of people have issues with that. So now every time I hit that button that I just set it to, my tilde key, or however you pronounce it, I open up my console. I'd recommend doing one for clearing decals and jump throw. Those are huge things that a lot of people don't know how to do. The clear decals being probably my favorite bind I have in my setup. It removes blood and gunshots and everything like that from the walls. Even further left is the help menu, which can help you find your config.cfg file in case you can't follow my video for some reason, as well as some other things like turning off black bars when you're on 4:3 and getting that stretched resolution that a lot of people play on. Now we're going farther right of the configs menu. You have the crosshair settings, which is sick because he has made a crosshair map. Make sure to check that out because it's a bit more in depth. But you have this minimize menu here, which has pretty much all the options here as well, just not in its own map. So you can turn on the T-shape or have all 4 bars, turn on the dot, change your alpha, outline, gap, size, thickness, all that stuff, and even the style, as well as a piece of the view model map he's made, which is separate as well. Make sure to check that out. And HUD options, which are pretty straightforward, guys. You can change your view model and HUD and color and size and everything. And these are a lot of fine-tuned options that are in the menus, some of them, but people just kind of overlook them and don't know how to change them. And I get often asked how I customize my HUD, and this is how I use commands that are similar to what he's using in this menu. You can also change your radar size and play around with a lot of settings you might not have even known existed. So once you find an amazing setup like I have here, a beautiful view model and crosshair, if you don't like it, you can turn around and just click that restore button, one click and it resets, which is really nice, and it gives you that peace of mind of trying new things out and not messing it up. As well as a bot menu, you can change the map here and the style of the bots. They really included just about everything, guys, so it's a no-brainer. Download this map, try it out. I'm not sponsored by them, I just think it's an amazing tool for you guys to be using, and I know a lot of you guys have asked for stuff like this in the past, so it's finally here. Thanks for watching.